you've come back with a gorgeous new single.
Oh, thank you very much.
It's so happy and colourful and bouncy, and it makes me feel like think of summer days.
Right.
Is it reflective of where you recorded it in LA?
Well, we recorded it some in LA and some here. So, yes, and sort of.
You recorded it in Jim Henson's studio in LA, didn't you?
Yes.
Where the Muppets were hanging out.
Yeah, the Muppets used to hang out there, and then before that, Charlie Chaplin built that studio.
Wow,
in Hollywood. Yeah, and it's. I think it has some sort of effect on you because you realise of the great quality of stuff that's been happening there. And then here we were recording a lot in Air Studios, which is made by George Martin. And so we've been lucky to go to these wonderful places.
It just feels like you're in a really great place. This is just such a gorgeous, happy tune. And, you know...
Very sweet to say all that. I don't know what we gave you to say this, but thanks.
But it is... Like, the first I heard it, I was like, wow, it's lovely.
Yeah.
And it's really catchy. I mean, you certainly know how to do these big pop tunes,
I don't know. Well,
you?
you know what happened, Joe, is last year we put out an album called Ghost Stories, which was quite intimate and quiet. And we knew that we'd want to go straight into making something more colourful and free sounding, and so instead of going on tour we went straight in and did it. So I think we were all feeling kind of open and released after having been quite restrained on the last one. So it was really we had a great time recording. Because
you didn't tour Ghost Stories, and you just said it was a personal album. It was touched with a bit of heartache, and it was, like you say, much quieter and very different to what you've done, apart from Sky Full of Stars.
Yeah, but that was supposed to be towards the end of the album, like the light at the end of the tunnel.
Kind of the bridge to the next stuff.
To this one.
Yeah.
Because this feels like the natural follow-up to
cool.
Sky
Well, that's
Full
great.
of Stars.
All right, that's what
You've done
we're
it.
hoping. Thanks, Joe.
Chris, you said last year that you were then going to go and write your last album.
Right.
Yeah, so is this your last album?
No, what I meant two things by that. One is it meant we were going to try really hard, because if you think you're going to do 8 more albums, then you might not focus so heavily on one. And second, to me, it feels like we've been trying to get to this place for a long time, and our first 6 seem to me to have led us to here, where we sound like I always hoped we would.
There's going to be some amazing artists featured on the album as well.
Yeah, that's right.
Tell us about the Beyonce track.
Oh, she sings on 2 tracks.
Yeah,
actually.
2, yeah.
Well, 3, I don't know, 2 of them. But she is just wonderful, as you know, and she was so sweet. And I said, is there any chance you would come and help us do some, backing vocals? That's how it started. Because we were trying to keep it a secret, but then she just sounds so great. That
Can't wait to hear it. Because I think we'll hear her sounding very different.
Yeah, she sounds a bit different. And she was very kind of humble. She didn't really want... Well, she didn't ask for anything or say, I need my own bit here. Or, she just was so lovely.
Because you guys know each other anyway, don't you?
Yeah, we do, but we haven't really worked together in the studio before.
And what about working with Noel Gallagher?
Well, he's a different kettle of fish. He's all, I want this, I want that, don't look at me in the eyes.
I love the idea of your friendship, because it's almost a bit like chalk and cheese, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's kind of like...
Who's what? He's more cheesy. No, I'm more cheesy, he's more chalky.
Christmas round the corner.
Yes, it
is.
is.
What are you guys up to?
I'm going to be Father Christmas in shopping centres up and down the West Country. So look up.
I'm going to be your elf.
You are?
Yeah. The biggest elf since Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
That was a big elf to follow.
Yes, and we're going to be doing that. And also just lots of, going around doing TV shows and all that kind of thing.
Yeah, because the album's out in December.
December the 4th, yeah.
So we get to hear the whole thing.
Yeah.